All right. Supreme Court verdict: Farouk Lawan's $3 million bribery conviction upheld. Faces 5-year jail term. And I'm going to read this report on thecable.ng. It says the Supreme Court has affirmed the conviction of Farouk Lawan, a former member of the House of Representatives, over the $3 million bribery charge preferred against him by the federal government. Delivering judgment on Friday, a 5-member panel of the Apex Court unanimously dismissed the appeal filed by Lawan and upheld the verdict of the Court of Appeal. Lawan was the chairman of the House of Representatives ad hoc committee probing the multi-billion naira petrol subsidy fraud in 2012. He was convicted and sentenced to prison in 2021 for accepting a $500,000 bribe from Femi Otedola'S, then chairman of Xenon Petrol and Gas Limited, in what was a sting operation from the businessman. Video footage had made the rounds of social media at the time of Lawan stuffing wads of currency notes in his outfit and underneath his cap. The trial: Lawan was accused of demanding $3 million from Femi Otedola'S to remove Xenon Petroleum and Gas Limited from the list of oil companies allegedly involved in the petrol subsidy fraud in 2012. Anyway, so this story right here, I wanted to really get your take on it. I'm not sure if you had the time to look at it.
Oh, yes. I looked at it and I monitored it, and Femi Otedola'S, they give it to him. Anyway, are linked to him through a mutual acquaintance. You will understand the
No. Tell me, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you tell me?
No, we don't want us to mention his name on air. You know who I'm talking of.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
you're talking about somebody else that may be linked to Otedola'S.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that this man has established a reputation for embracing the best standards when it comes to doing business. He does it with integrity, finesse, and
now to be clear, you're talking about Femi Otedola'S?
Yes. Okay. And I'm telling you that it's somebody we have known, and we are not giving him any. It's just like any Nigerian businessman. There may be some dark side that we do not know, but as far as we know, the way we have monitored him over the years, and we have done this about Femi Otedola'S for more than 15 years, and we know that he has a knack for integrity in business, and we give that to him. So Farouk Lawan, minute as used, I was thinking that he would be smart to climb on the sycamore tree like Zacchaeus of old, so that salvation he could be saved. But he did not embrace that option. He did not embrace that option. And this, perfectly put, is the intent and the purposes behind some of the oversights of the Nigerian National Assembly, Nigerian lawmakers at all levels, local governments, state, federal. This is some hard scrutiny on all of them. When they say they are holding public hearings, is it that they want to make the society better, or they just want to cream the society up? This in this case, this is what Lawan Farouk did. Do we today call him Lawan Fadola, or it still remains Lawan Farouk? But it's come to the end of the road. For once, this is a case in which money power has been put to shame. This is a case in which influence peddling was able to meet an effective check. The Supreme Court that had all eyes on it concerning election petitions has found some moment of partial redemption with this case that has finally come uh, to lay all speculations as to the guilt of um, the disgraced federal lawmaker. Yes, we cannot call him disgraced. Federal lawmaker Farouk. He probably still has some money stuck elsewhere. But I would think that this is one matter that should have enabled the Nigerian authorities to take off whatever gains, because this doesn't just happen. That must have been a way of life for him. It must have been a way of life for him. And all other lawmakers, also you and I, journalists, we should be on the lookout. When distinct operations come for us, are we going to be able to escape that kind of embarrassing situation? Are we going to be able to stand upright? Because everybody is focusing on lawmakers. Journalists who can be corrupt. There are some of us out there that have that notoriety. They won't push that story until they are settled. And they will take down stories because they are settled. Life ought not to be like that. We continue that way, we're just going to make everywhere.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why would Mr. Femi Otedola, who just made it back to the Forbes list again, by the way, why would he not be implicated in this kind of situation? Can you break that down for me?
Did you hear what they called it? Sting operation. He went there deliberately to put that man to test and to expose him. That this is not about national interest. It's not the interest of the nation. This could be driven by something other than an agenda to make the space better, or to stop the national disgrace called fuel subsidy, the organized theft. Yes.
People like me have to read that closely, because these days people run with headlines.
Yeah,
you see Femi Otedola
on the face of it, I was also going to say that, if the receiver was guilty, how about the giver?
The giver
is guilty. So what are you going to do to the person who offered the money? But that is taken care of by the fact of the nature and the purpose, the intentions behind the whole thing. It was a sting thing. Let us stop him. Otedola may be setting out to say, if this is genuinely in the interest of Nigerians, we are all for it. Let us attend. Let us make sure we cooperate. And then we want to be extricated of this debacle called fuel subsidy scandal. But
now, does this mean?
The guy fell.
Does this mean does this mean we have hope in Nigeria? Is Nigeria going to have a brighter day where these kind of people are taken down?
Yes, vistas of hope. Vistas of hope still exist in Nigerians and in Nigeria. Not everybody in Nigeria. Like they say, I don't want to give this a proverb that will set me on what's it called? A tribal war. But they said amongst a clan, somebody went bald, and then they continue to do everybody in that clan has been bald-headed. The people in Akure, they know what I'm saying. There's a way we say it in Akure, but I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So what
we'll let you go on that.
Yeah. So but what I'm saying is that just because a considerable number of us Nigerians are a huge mess in terms of corruption and fraud, it does not mean that all of us are corrupt and fraudulent. That's what I'm saying.
I see.
There are still exceptions.
Awesome. And there's always exception to every rule. So that's awesome. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and follow the platform. We're not gonna stop. Okay, so please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and follow so you can help us spread the word. We'll be back in 20 seconds.